Entertainment Weekly has yet another scoop and article about Star Wars The Last Jedi, as well as looks into Rey and Luke Skywalker and the missing pieces in each other's lives that they both contain and will fill in the film. But in this video, I would like to focus on the surprising amount of information we received about Supreme Leader Snoke in The Last Jedi, as well as confirmation he will have much more screen time in Episode 8 than he did in 7. We also learned that we will receive several hints to his backstory that we will receive in Episode 8, and why it may also leave other pieces ambiguous for future films. This is what Entertainment Weekly said after their interview with Episode 8's director Rian Johnson concerning Snoke and his role in The Last Jedi. Similar to Rey's parentage, Snoke is here to serve a function in the story, and a story is not a Wikipedia page. For example, in the original trilogy, we didn't know anything about the Emperor except what Luke knew about him, and that he's the evil guy behind Darth Vader. Then in the prequels, you knew everything about Palpatine because his rise to power was the story. In The Last Jedi, Johnson says, we'll learn exactly as much about Snoke as we need to. The good news for fans of the bad guy, we will see more of him, and Andy Serkis will get to do so much more in this film than he did in the last one, Johnson says, and that guy is just a force of nature. There was also some new information covered on Snoke's new guards, now officially called Praetorian Guards. Praetorian Guards coming from the ancient Roman times that distinguish certain foot soldiers in the army as elite killers. This is basically the Star Wars universe's depiction of that, as well as learning more information on the function of the guards and the differences from the Emperor's royal guards, also including several hints that these Praetorian Guards may prove to actually be more dangerous. The Emperor's guards were very formal, and you always got the sense that they could fight, but they didn't. They looked more ceremonial, and you never saw them in action. The Praetorians, my brief to the costume designer was that those guys have to be more like samurai. They have to be built to move, and you have to believe that they could step forward and be dangerous. Be dangerous and engage if they have to. Apparently, we will in fact get to see a scene with the Praetorians in action in The Last Jedi, with several fans speculating that they will be involved in some type of sparring session with Kylo Ren. Evidence for this seen in the behind-the-scenes reel of Adam Driver practicing against several enemies wielding staff-like weaponry. There were also several rumors that the guards may actually accompany Kylo Ren to Ahch-To in the latter half of The Last Jedi to aid Kylo Ren in fighting a fully-fledged Jedi Master and his Jedi student. Aid Kylo would certainly need if he were to confront Luke Skywalker all by himself. So what are your thoughts on the larger role that Snoke will play in The Last Jedi, as well as the fact that we likely won't get his full history and backstory in Episode 8, citing his similarities to the Emperor? Personally, for the time being, I have no problem getting involved in the current story being told by the filmmakers, but I do feel these answers need to be revealed eventually. I am completely content with receiving answers even years after this trilogy concludes, but raising questions without the intent of answering them seems ludicrous. I do, however, hold complete faith that just like what resulted with the Emperor, we will get stories detailing all of the missing events, and I cannot wait to see them. I just love that there is so much more Star Wars to consume even after the films have been released. But again, I would love to hear your thoughts on the future of Star Wars, as well as Snoke and his Praetorian Guards. And as a big question, what is the worst Snoke theory you have ever heard? If you would like to join me in the daily Star Wars discussion and debates, follow me on Twitter at StupendousWave. Link will be in the description. If you enjoyed this video and feel it deserves it, it would really help me out if you could leave a like. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel to keep up to date with everything Star Wars related, from news, explanations, and theories from a galaxy far, far away. If you have any video topics you would like to see addressed in a future video, do not hesitate to leave them in the comments below the video, or again, tweet them at me. As always, your viewership and support means the world. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.